I don't know why other games aren't doing that. It depends on a few factors. It could be that it depends on the way the game does loading and unloading. If they do unloading a level in a very specific way, they might just be completely unloading where the settings menu might be. But just, I don't know, just figure it out. Well, I figured that out for my slop game. I'll try to. I'll definitely try to. But that being said, when you get into a game, it's going to just load you into an instance immediately. And then from there, all of it is streamed levels. Like the first station, which is going to basically be the lobby when you join a server or join a friend. That's like, it's not going to have any sort of switching or anything like that. It's like I used the wrong aspect ratio on an ultra wide. Let's remember, there are people out there that have a 140 hertz monitor and they're still configured for 60 hertz. So education's one hell of a thing. You know what I mean? Education's one hell of a thing. Education do be one hell of a thing. You know what I mean? Let me double check if I'm actually live on YouTube. Hold on. Oh yeah, we're in. Hell yeah, we're in chat. Now the question is, you also can't unbind keys entirely in Marathon, which is a choice. I literally added unbinding keys in Suit for Hire in the latest patch, and it was a pain in the fucking dick. It was a pain in the balls. Okay, what are we working on today? Monsters? I should probably work on the monsters, huh? I'm gonna be honest, I'm terrified of working on the monsters. Like, scared. Shitless. To the core. Let's break it down, though. Where's my monster section? Damaging players range, grabbing players, aggro state, de-aggroed, amount of time in sight to result in spotted / aggro. Transfer everything from blueprint to C++. Ah, I'm sure that'll not kill the project entirely. Kills the project. What are the tasks that we have here? Bro, these tasks have been sitting here for the longest fucking time. Coal? Should we work on the coal item? Just so we can add another item to the game? Yeah, let's make some coal. 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 A chunk of coal. I'm gonna make it so like when you feed it to the engine, it gives a shit ton of energy. Wait, don't I have a section for items? I do. Let's just use that. The plunger, the bomb, the briefcase, the bandage. We do have to put the bandage in the game, actually. You should have 3 variations of it: small, medium, and large that give different amounts. And then super coal. Feeding super coal into the engine speeds up the engine for a period of time. Is everything now in my game using RPCs? It's a mix of RPCs and replicated variables. I don't think everything is multiplayer just yet. I think there's a couple things we need to fix up and actually replicate. But I've been holding off on it. I like the idea of different sizes of coal. You know, I like the idea of different sizes of coal. Yeah. Get edits, how's it going? Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I feel like if I didn't start from the beginning making everything replicated, I get lost. It just depends. As long as I mark it down, what things are replicated and what things are not, then we'll be okay. We'll make it so the biggest chunk of coal can't be put in the inventory. It's like a big piece. What does coal actually look like in real life? Because I could come up with a big chunk of... Yeah, that's literally... Okay, it's basically how I pictured it in my head. It's a rock that's black. It almost looks like charcoal a little bit, but more rocky. Very interesting. It do be just a black rock, huh? Okay, so here's the idea. We'll do a subdivision. And then we'll do some sculpting. And then I need to hide the fucking pivot because that's gonna piss me off. What do I currently have enabled? Draw. And then we'll kind of come up with a form. I don't want to... Let me see if there's a flatten. Is this like ZBrush? We're gonna find out. I'm not seeing a flatten. I thought layer would be a good substitute for this, but where is flatten? Trim? Pushes towards a locked direction. Scrape / fill. Flattening meshes. Just found out that from you that coal is not charcoal. I low-key thought it was the same thing. No, charcoal, as far as I know, is from wood. Actual coal is a mineral, like a rock. Could be wrong. I'm not a geologist, as one could imagine. So charcoal comes from like burning wood to a specific temperature, and then it can be reused. And I think it's just a shit ton of carbon or something. Okay, so here's the idea. Maybe I can flatten some of this out by removing some of the verts in a very like chaotic way. So I'll select some of these, merge at center. It's gonna look fucked up. I kind of want it to look a little fucked up. I think that one's fine, actually. Actually, you know what I can do? I can actually do flatten. Ah, I remember now. With my loop tools. Those words you just said is too smart for me and does not fit inside of my IQ. Carbon, air, I think. Listen, I'm not that smart either. I just act smart, you know? Just act the part and then you'll seem smart. Who is really smart when you think about it? Oh, and then what I can do... Wait. We'll decimate it. And then that'll get a bunch of sharp parts. While still kind of looking like what we want. I think unsubdivide is our way to go. Okay. Then we can shade auto smooth. Up that value a little bit. We got our coal, baby. That's it. I thought you were a rockologist. I'm kind of just a guy who somehow is staying afloat in this cruel world of ours. You know what I mean? I'm just a man attempting to stay afloat. All right, so we got our first chunky rock. Now we must create yet another chunky rock. With a bit of random variations. I think this is clay strips, right? This is good to me. I don't want to go too large. Because then it's too large. I'm adding some little abnormalities. Yeah, I can use words. Yeah, I use words. That could be the name of an indie studio. Man that needs money to eat. I think game devs should just be a little bit more open. Just be like, yeah, I'm selling this so I could fucking feed my kids. Yeah, I want to one day buy a house. Who doesn't? I actually don't have an indie studio name. What would you suggest? I suggest... Here is my idea for your indie studio name. Are you ready? Okay. Hold on. Wait for it. Biggest Dickus. Think about it. Then come back to me when you've thought about it. Is that a smooth tool? I think that is a smooth tool. I hate the smooth tool. I hate you. Is that emote still here? I gotta disable slop. It's gotta go. Slop's gotta go. Slop truly do be a shit emote. Biggest dickus. Nice peach. What are we working on today? I'm adding coal to the game because I'm sorry to say Santa's giving you coal this year. So I'm sorry to inform you, but Santa is giving you coal this year. It's not me, it's actually you, actually. What? Santa's real? Yeah. Actually, that one's okay. Just flatten this. Can you just photogrammetry scan a rock? Scan my balls, man. Thoughts? Why would I need to scan a rock? It's a stylized game. Sola, currently doing a Minecraft hardcore run on Amplified. Wish me luck. What does Amplified mean? Does it mean it's on drugs or something? What does that mean? I apologize. I do not know the context of this. It means the world is more vertical. Oh. Yo, GL. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks more rough. Google some rock images for inspiration. I got it right here, man. I got it right here. Now, we're going to make a fourth one. Yes, a fourth piece of coal has hit the station. I know. This one will be the one that has little chunks of super energy in it. Hold on, I'm looking for a fucking randomize. Excuse me? Where is the node to make it kind of bumpy? Okay, fine. Okay, not that much. We're not trying to get that crazy with it. There we go. Yes. What would you say the most difficult thing you ever modeled was? Most difficult thing I've ever modeled. I don't know, probably a character model that I made in the past. Because I'm not very good at character models, so that's very difficult for me by nature. Currently trying to learn replication. I remade Poppy Playtime puzzles, and I tried making it replicated, and then the systems decided to not work. Ah, classic. Yeah. Classic. Classic. So the little pieces of super energy. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to duplicate this rock. I'm going to scale it down. Then I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other piece, but I'm going to do a randomize again. But this time I'm going to increase the value to be even stronger. Not really the tempo I'm looking for. Let's try this and then smooth the verts. Let's see what can happen here. Smooth the vertices. Maybe I... Hold on, okay? Everybody hold on. I recreate a sphere, and then I randomize. The only thing is this randomize seems to break the fucking faces. It's really annoying. That's what the Romans used as a weapon in the Colosseum. No, it's not a mace. It does look kind of chaotic. I kind of dig it, but it's not the way I want it to look. So what I might do instead. Do I have to face it up? There you go. We should make it so if you touch it, it hurts you. Because it looks like something that would definitely hurt you. Like, look how fucking pointy this shit is. This shit hurts. This shit would hurt. I wonder if I can... Let's join them. And then let's see if we can do a little bit of randomize. Just to see if we can maybe randomize the size. Grim, did you hear that Marathon has 100K players? Hell yeah. I was thinking of picking it up, but then I was like, what if I pick up Slay the Spire instead? Honestly, all kinds of rocks could hurt you. Well, yeah, but like this one more so. You know, like it's kind of spiky. So the chances of you getting kind of hurt by it are pretty high. It's like handling a ball of swords, you know what I mean? Like, this shit's bound to stab you by accident. And since you wouldn't be able to pick this one up or like put it in your backpack, you'd have to like carry it around, right? So you'd want to be like super careful to like not stab your friends by accident. Even better, why not both? I don't know, I gotta be a little careful with my money. Actually, we're gonna keep it sharpened. Was Marathon that game that was review bombed before it even released or something? It was the game that was shit on constantly before it released, yes. A thug rock stabs you and takes your belongings. Runs away. You just hear him laughing in the background. All right, spiky rock initiated. It's extremely spiky. Don't touch it. Rock that is more painful. The super hurty rock. Super ouchy rock. Super ouchy coal, because it's technically coal. Okay, this big chunk of coal is not looking very coal enough. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. It's not really looking... It's not fitting the bill, in my opinion. It's looking a little too smooth. Smooth. Yeah. 98% of players got the tutorial achievement in Marathon, which is the highest percentage I've seen for one. Let me look at Suit for Hire. Now, that being said, Suit for Hire's tutorial is optional, so that makes it even more interesting to look at the thing. Only 74.9% of players have completed the tutorial. I will say this is an achievement that I probably will never make one like this. This is literally just kind of an annoying achievement. Complete a mission with 20 plus deaths. Someone complained about this being very rude though, so I'm not removing it because of that. I'm just removing it because I thought that was funny. I'm removing it because it's just kind of just a shit achievement, honestly. This is surprising, though. Perform 10 perfect dodges in a row. Only 4.8% of players have gotten that. Make it higher in the next patch? That's psychotic. Anyways, back to my rocks. What if I decimate it once more? No, it just looks too boring. Well, this is getting eaten by the giant fish in RE4. Yeah, no. Achievements that are technically like downsides, not very fun. But we know that. We know that now. This is coal large. Coal underscore large. Coal underscore medium. Let's actually just name it. And then coal underscore small. And then coal special. So this is the one that would add a speed boost. We're gonna have to figure out how we do all that, by the way. We will figure out how we do all that. I'm gonna create the collision here in Blender because now I have the means of doing so. And that looks really good to me.
Pants, I did.
I want it so you only get hurt.
Almost at the funny number.
Actually, I'll scale it up a little bit. So it's like halfway between the spikes. Yeah, I think that's a good size. Felix, thank you for the 68 months. Almost at the funny number. The good number. The good number. The right number. Not the other number where all the zoomers have been taking... Oh my goodness gracious. That is an insane convex. That's 332 triangles of convex collision. I think that might be a bit big. Can we simplify that? That's a bit... Alright, fine. Fine. I feel like this one we can use a sphere, but fuck it. I love that there's a toggle collision button. Oh my god. Oh. So good. It's awesome. I have Blender 5 now and it's fine. The topology is basically a crime in many states, I'm sure. Free yourself from your shackles. Get in there and just make things. It doesn't matter what the topology looks like. What matters is if it's getting in the game and if it looks like the thing you're making. You know what I mean? You get what you get what I'm putting down? People on Twitter will make it matter? Who gives a fuck? Topology only matters if you want a modeling job. Exactly. And even then... Well, no, yeah, if you want a job, sure. But I'm not looking for a job. I don't care for that. I don't care about any of that. I have my job right here as a game developer. As an independent game developer. I like very clean topo. I like working on my game and finishing it at finishing it within a somewhat okay time frame. Cool. Cool. Cool, large, medium, small, and special. We got it all. Special will make the red be an emissive. It looks like shit for now, but don't you worry. We'll figure that out. We'll make it look better. What can the coal be, though? Coal. Coal. Now, probably ideally would be good to make it a different material, but for now, let's just use electronics plate. That looks fine. Plus, it's got the gloss that we need. It's got that gloss. Yes, let's take a look. Okay, one problem. You can't really tell that it's an item. Oh my god, small is really small. I gotta say. It looks like a turd. It does not. It looks like a rock. Well, okay, in the lighting, it... Yeah, a little bit. Whatever. Listen. Oh. It looks like a Unity Cinti asset. Okay, here. Listen here, fucker. You're right. But we don't point it out. All right? My only problem right now is it doesn't really look like an item. You know what I mean? It just kind of looks like a thing. And like this could easily get lost. Like no one is gonna ever fucking know. No, who's gonna know it's coal? Like no one's gonna ever know it's coal. So here's my idea. Get me out of here. What does friendslop game even mean? It's a friendslop game? Next question. Like it's within the genre? Like Repo, etc. Lethal Company. User LQ3HT4QX3I. Welcome to stream. Welcome, welcome. What was the inspiration behind your name? It was auto-assigned? Have you thought about changing it up a little bit? You know? He's so nice to YouTube chat, he hates us Twitchers. Don't call yourself a Twitcher. That does not sound right. Does not sound right. Let me tell you, it does not sound right. That shit don't sound right. Was it a divide? Is it a subtract? Yes. Okay, but then how do I bring that back to the number it's supposed to be? That is definitely not the right thing. Saturate to force it back to 0 to 1? I don't think... Would saturate be the thing that we'd want? I don't think so, because that still becomes a gray value. So it's not really... Yeah, whatever. Then I want to... Then I'd like to pan this. But the panner only works on a texture. How can I make the panner work on a... just a texture coordinate? What if I just put it in? Huh. Wait. I should probably put some speeds in the values, huh? What does a panner actually give me as a raw value? I'm curious. Okay, I have my gradient here from the texture coordinate. How can I pan it to go from top to bottom? My digital footprint is big enough as is. Twitch is for the viewers, Simps is for the staff. What do you mean by digital footprint? What does that mean? I got pretty big feet. What does it mean? I don't think feeding this into a multiplier is going to actually cause it to pan. Could just use a linear gradient node and pan her into that. Yeah. I'm just wondering, I wonder how we can maybe take a panning and pan something that is not a texture. Like, I know I could feed this into UVs, no problem. But I wonder. Yeah, we could do a sine wave too, right? But I want this gradient to move from top to bottom. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. What are we doing? What's the point? Krim, what are you working on? I don't really know. Yes, the gradine. The gradine. The infamous gradine. Hold on. Is this clamped? It's clamped. Balls. I need to force it to be wrapped. Ah, you're going the wrong way. I wish you could change how much it gets wrapped. I guess you technically can. Just put a texture coordinate in here and just make the texture larger. And then we can subtract this. Okay, that's still not really looking like a great... Whatever. Emissive color, multiply this by a constant of 3, and then we're going to do a whitish with kind of beigeish kind of color, and then put that into the emissive, and let's see what this looks like. Might not be what I want, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Oh, fuck, the UVs are really fucked. Whatever. I'm adding a little emissive on the coal so that it stands out a little bit more in the world. Triplanar time. I think the more ideal thing would be using a second UV rather than a triplanar. You can use local position for UVs as well. Hold on, you might be spitting. Can we do that? Cole, is that a Minecraft reference? Guys, I don't think this is what I want. How can I utilize local position for this? Because the local position is the mesh based on the selected local origin. Multiply it by 0.03. All right. Why is it specifically 0.03? Wait, holy fuck. Wait, how do you know it's 0.03? Wait, how do you know it's 0.03? Wait, hold on. How do you know that? Because that's what I do at work? What the hell? This guy's hired? This guy's got a job? The fuck? That's crazy. I'm a tech artist. I write materials all day. Do you want a second job? I mean, second thing? I'm just kidding. To chill with that word? Sorry, my bad. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. Dude, hell yeah. What's the cost of using that node, though? For local position? Negligible. Now, how can we make it look... This is sick. Local position, huh? That's cool. Definitely cheaper than a secondary UV set. Probably, yeah. I was thinking about doing a secondary UV set. You'd probably want to change a setting on the local position. I'm assuming the you can use X, Y, Y, Z, X, Z coordinates, right, by breaking it. Use pre-skinned instance. Returns a pre-skinned local position for skeletal meshes usable, and vertex shader only returns the instance position for non-skeletal meshes incompatible with GPU skin cache feature. Oh, not available in pixel shader. Honestly, it's working for now. Seems like I can't use this though. Now add a vertex shader node. I'm getting into territory I've never even heard of. What is a vertex interpolator? The flux capacitor? So you're saying I can do it from top to bottom if I wanted to? Probably by just doing it like this. Let's see if I like top to bottom. I think I kind of like the side to side one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Top to bottom or... Well, either way, it doesn't matter because when it rotates, it's gonna do some shit anyways. I'm okay with just the side to side. What we could do... I'm more of a bottom myself. Thanks for letting us know, man. Dude, hell yeah. You could also use world coordinates so it's always up to down. Right. It's fine. Fuck it. It's fine. We don't need it to follow the rotation. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to get a normal map up in here. Nice, rocky, normal map. Rocky. Rock. Rock. Hold on. Oh, yeah. And then, multiply, and then, red value, and then, okay. Why are you making a rock with lines? The thing is, if I don't have any lines coming out of it to indicate that it's an interactable component, players are definitely gonna fucking miss this shit. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? So I need some sort of, like, element that makes it stick out a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, blue doesn't make sense. Yeah, we could add a Fresnel. Do you ever use the divide by eye adaptation for emissive? Divide by eye adaptation. No. I've never even used that. Could do a sine wave and do an emissive to do like a center outward pulse. Alright, let's fuck with that a little bit. But we'd do that in the UVs, would we not? Wait, no. Yeah, we do it in the UVs, would we not? Whoa. Whoa. Am I able to share links? Yeah. Regulate emissive exposure. Oh, shit. You know, I've learned there's a bunch of cool stuff in 5.7 as well. Where you could like make something, you can modify something from a temporal basis. Someone had like a whole thing. If you have like a bunch of pixels that are like very specifically small, it gets fucked by the temporal because it starts blurring and shit, but you can like modify that and it's super cool. Yeah, I guess making this glow from the center out could also be really cool if we could do that. I don't know how the hell we could do that. Listen, I'm not a shader wizard by any means, guys. Oh, wait, what's that? That looks like a bomb. Which someone, hey, keep track of that. Someone screenshot that. Yeah, I don't have that's cool though. That's very interesting. So, let me look back at that post real quick. So by dividing it with eye adaptation, it keeps the emissive basically much more accurate to what the actual value would be. But I don't think I'm fucking with the... Well, I do have some stuff that fucks around with the eye exposure, so... Yeah. There's a pixel animation setting in the material. Details Advanced has pixel animation. What would that be used for? It has pixel animation. Allows disable the render's heuristics that assumes the animation is fully described with motion vector. Ah, so that would be another interesting. Very cool. I wonder if we wanted to make it so the panner starts from the center and goes outward. How would we do that? I'm not like a shader guy. I'm really not. Why not just attach a floating sign above the rocket all the time that just says interact with me? Listen, I'm trying to make it subtle, okay? We're going to make it subtle. You know, I'm not going to make it fucking crazy. I'm going to make it subtle, right? The idea is to make it subtle. In fact, I have an idea. What if we do this? Wait, hold on. I have a stupid idea. All right, it's working great. Yep. It's exactly... Hold on. Wow. Where? No, that's not what I want. Although I will say this texture is very noisy. Large likelihood that the texture is not 512 by 512. And it's extremely expensive. Go back. Why does it constantly apply every undo? Stop that. Oh, it is 512. If you want it from the center, they could use a sphere mask with animated B chords. Oh, sphere mask, right. Could I... Crazy idea. I just want to fuck with this. I know it's probably not right, but... Right, object position. Yeah, animated Fresnel could also work. I think I'm going to add a Fresnel to this anyways. Let me also maybe play around with some different textures. Maybe instead of a gradient... Let me see what I got. No, I think... Yeah, Fresnel could be interesting. Fresnel... Let's just do... sine wave. We need to make it so it doesn't go in the negative. So let's go add 1 divided by 2 time so let's see what happens when it goes to the negative values. Oh. The light effect you get in cars when they drive through a tunnel with spaced out lighting above. He's making a glowing rock. Listen, man, don't judge my glowing rock, okay? Don't judge my glowing rock. I'll get real pissed. So, wait, divide first and then add 0.5. Which I'm pretty sure is probably giving us the same result anyways. I'm only judging it low because it's the only interactable that glows, makes me immediately think it's special. I might add like a little effect on all, well, maybe not all interactables, but some of them anyways. How you doing, Nathan? Thanks for the raid, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on. I'm curious how I could go about doing this. I feel like I actually might prefer the, do I prefer the panning gradient? I think I do. Yo, but what if? Just because I'm curious what it would look like. What monstrosity would produce itself? Nothing. Constant bias scale node combines the mult plus add you're doing. I see. I see. I think we're going to stick with this one. I'm just going to make it look a lot more subtle. The problem is if we don't make it glow, how do we make it look like it's a usable object without it being completely glossed over? Make it vibrate. Why does it vibrate? I have an idea. I have a crazy idea. What if instead of an emissive, hold on. I don't know, Krim. Why would it glow and pulse? I don't know. Magic and shit? Rocks and shit. You know? Rocks. Rocks and shit. Yeah. Rocks! Am I using nanite? No, I'm not. I am not. You could put some sparkly bits of quartz in it. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we do a little bit of like little sparkly bits. Thinking. We could get like I'm thinking we could get like a stars kind of material that's there static, and then a panner that goes on top of it, and then that kind of adjusts the roughness. A big sign over it that says interactable rock. Yes. Now I think about it, we could put that in the emissive. Hold on. I just need a texture that looks a bit like... I think in the engine content, there is a stars material, funny enough. I think. Night sky? Sky? What if we do noise? How do I select specific pixels in here? Bit mask? Provides a 1-bit mask for a supplied grayscale image and value between 0 to 255. Oh. What does this do? Oh, it's just an if statement. Or sure. It would just give me specific values. Right, that's what I'm noticing. It's like just those values. Whoa. Whoa. Getting a little weird with it. Hold on. Huh? It's nothing. It's a 1x1 pixel. What do you mean? Nothing's being used there. It's a 1x1 pixel. You motherfucker. Step. Let's see what we can do with step. Okay, okay, now we got some ideas. Okay, all right, so here's the idea. Okay, this is it, this is it. Okay, so we take this and then we multiply this by our panning texture. And then it'll look like it's sparkling. But, to be honest, I don't think we need this anymore. And then in here, we probably don't want water. We probably want clouds. Where's... Oh no, let's do smoke. Can I make it so the dark values in the smoke are like black? Without making it super harsh. We could, yeah, we could give it a sound cue as well. Yeah, for sure. Power. Let's see. Power, power, power. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then let's see what that looks like. So I'm curious, with that local position, vertex interpolator, can that be slapped into just straight up UVs? What happens to the texture? Yeah, it looks kind of sick. And then the magical, what was it? No, multiply. The magical number of 0.03. What does it mean? I don't know. I don't even know where the number comes from. I am seeing some straight lines though. I don't know if that's from the texture. Maybe that's because this is not meant to go into here. Star Wars. I guess this can't be used as a substitute for... like a texture coordinate. Either way, this should just work just fine. We just have to fix the UVs to not be so shit. So as long as I fix them to not be so shit, we should be fine. And how will I fix that, you ask? Well, the power of cube projection. I'm sure many will be angry. That's okay. I will take the blunt of the force. Don't worry. I will take it. Don't worry. I got this. It's glittery poop. It's not poop. It's not poop. It's literally not poop. Real text subdivide like crazy, and then vertex color that tries you won't. Well, I don't know if that would be a good idea. Could you briefly explain the difference in the UV projection, why people shit on cube projection? It just depends on the use case. I just use cube projection a shit ton. If I were to UV unwrap this manually, where's my tool? What happened to my tool? Where's my button? Hey, where's my button? Ah. Cock. Obviously just a lot of, you know, a lot of like overlapping and whatnot. So obviously it's not a good idea to UV unwrap this and then texture it, obviously. So, but in terms of like, if you just apply a, press N? No, it should, my Zen UV, I should have a menu here. It might just be because I need to update it. Large likelihood that I just need to update it. Yeah. Oh well, it's okay. I don't know. I just cube unwrap. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? For me, it makes nice tileable objects, especially something that I know that's going to be dynamic. It's not going to do any. It's not going to have any light maps or anything like that. So, honestly, for me, I'm cool with it. So then the idea was actually to not use emissive, but instead to make it look like shiny bits, like bits of metal and whatnot sticking out. So what I want to do the only thing I don't like about this is there's lines. I want this to just be dots. Like literally just be dots. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right, I guess. Yeah, sure, I guess, all right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you know, whatever, sure. Yeah. Not like I cared anyways. Yeah, I want to see if I can get like an actual noise. Without any lines. Ah, fuck it. I guess we can make it chunky looking like this. It's better than having weird ass lines anyways. My coal is no longer showing the emissives, which probably could be because it's all on the outside. I think from what I saw. Yeah, let me tile this some more. Let's just do this. Fuck it. Honestly, that looks so sick. Okay, so now what I'm picturing, instead of an emissive, coal right by the furnace to immediately teach players. The problem is that like it's so dark that they won't be able to see it. That's my concern with it. They won't even be able to see the object at all. That's my main problem with it. But also I'm just having fun with it. You know what I mean? I'm just having fun with it. I'm having a little bit of fun with it. You know what I mean? Having a little fun with it. Let's just make the base color brighter. I just want to see what it would look like. It's wild how much of an easy visual improvement posterization is. Posterization just adds a lot of flavor to it, I feel like. Yeah, I just thought of that, Colonel. I'm like, depending on the lighting situation, they might still miss it, which is kind of counterproductive to what we need. So what I might do is I'll just multiply this by... Yo, that looks cool though. I like that. It's just a little, it's tiling a little too much. The texel densities look a little off. Dude, I just fucking... Ah! When you bring attention to something, yeah, like a Fresnel kind of effect would be good. And suddenly it's all gone. Ah, yes, you are correct. I thought I hit save, but I did not. Ah! Thank you, Unreal of Engine. Something crazy about that texture sampler? This is the one that's been making me crash, huh? I bet you it's that noise texture. This noise texture is all kind of fucked up, I bet. Anyways, so this goes here. This becomes 0 for roughness. This goes here. Yeah, I guess we'll do this and then 1 for metallic, base color, alpha, this, and then 0.3 for the base color, and all is good. All is good. That looks cool, man. I like it. I'm gonna maybe slow down the speed of the panning. A little horizontal pan. I like it. I like the idea. All right, so this is coal large, coal medium. Using the old materials, now going to use the new one. Coal small. You see what I mean? Look how small that item is. It's so small. Let's see, does it glow? It like kinda helps. it like kind of helps a little bit. Might use an object bound nodes to alter the tiling of the textures. I think I'd probably just modify the UV a bit. What would be a good color for the emissive though? Maybe like a very light blue. Like a light blue tint. This is some magical looking coal, gotta say. Also, I think coal has a much more kind of metallic roughness vibe to it, but I think that looks okay. I really want the metallic look to like bounce out, but obviously we do need the emission that comes out of this. What's your favorite part of making game and least favorite? I like every part, honestly. I like every part. Every part has a satisfaction to it. You know what I mean? Like solving a problem can be really satisfying in its own way. When UE crashes and you lose work, okay, that would be my least favorite. When the software crashes. Unsolvable bug / performance issue. And by unsolvable, it just means like skill issue on my part, but you know what I mean. All right, did I apply the materials to all these? Yes, except for coal special, which we're gonna have to give a different emissive material. But for now, you will just stay as red emissive. Or you know what? Actually, you would look cooler with metal. Oh fuck. I can't even see shit. Honestly, I can't even. The problem is that doesn't really make sense because that just looks like it's like a different kind of metal. What kind of a thing could go into a furnace and yellow paint? Yes. Yellow paint. Like what would be a color that's like put me in the furnace and watch what I do? The glow stick material. Yes, it's got a, I think it's got a Fresnel on it. What does this have? Nothing. Oh no, it has an emissive light mask. You know what? Fuck it. That's the material. You know what? Green. Green Goblin. It's uranium. Yes, uranium. Exactly. What unholy creations have you produced? It's just life, baby. It's just life. I have to speed up the panner because I think I'm noticing it's not like... It's not very noticeable. Not the best thing in the world, not the worst, whatever. I'm trying to think of maybe there's a better... What about rock basalt? Hold on, let me just change the texture resolution of this. Rock basalt. It looks like veins. Oh, shit. That's the one, baby. That's the one. Yo, that's the one. Look at that. That's kind of cool. All right, that's the one. Coal. It's yeah. Better be able to sacrifice yourself for friends to fuel the furnace. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. You kidding me? Who do you think I am? This one from highlight to juiced up coal? Yes. It's more noticeable. No complaints there. Let me actually reduce the... oh, wait. It's already 1. Let's see if I put it down to 0.5. I'm very curious if the veins stick out a bit more. One is fine. Fuck it. All right, now we just need to create the items for all of these guys. Okay, here we go. Item, test item. Test item, test item, test item. Okay, duplicate. Item, small coal. Medium coal. Large coal. And then special coal. All right, so the small coal is attached to the small coal. The burn energy it'll provide is going to be 5. Carryable, yes. Medium coal, carryable, yes. Medium coal. This will provide a burn energy of 8. Large coal will provide a burn energy of 14. And then the special coal will provide a burn energy of 10, but with a speed boost. We'll have to figure out how we end up doing that. Carryable, no. Large coal, carryable, no. Okay, so now these will all end up in the game. All right, we're in. Could you share your data assets on screen? Quite interesting. Oh, yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. We have a name, description, icon, if you were to loot it. Carryable is basically if you can put it in your inventory or in your slots. There's a burn energy value, mesh scale, which I have to reset all of those. Whoops. And then there's an item size. This is calculated live so that we can feed that into our spawners. It'll basically dictate if it can spawn in a specific spot or not. Oh, the shop values I'm gonna have to change though. Sounds like Valve is unsure if they'll get the Steam machine out this year. Yeah, let's be real. That's not happening. If they want it to be at a reasonable price, it's not happening, brother. That shit ain't happening. Ah, big coal. Ah, another big coal. That needs to be more rare. We don't have any rarity systems in yet for the items. That is something we need to work on. Do the red flashes really make the player think I need to hit this? I don't know, it just gives a little bit of feedback that they damaged it. Everything in the game basically has like a flash when it gets damaged. Are those the shipping containers you had for suit fire? No, those are blockout containers. Which I think I might have used in suit for hire. Did no items? Is it literally just these 2 items? Are there not more item spawns in here? Well, I guess it was just those 2 items. Only 2 items spawn in here. Hello, good sir. Oh, great. Large coal, huh? Why does it just keep spawning large coal and why not the other coals? So let's see what kind of fuel capacity this is. A lot. That's kind of OP. I might change that. Does the whole train actually move or does the ground move? The ground moves. The ground moves. Why do the train wheels get rendered when you're inside? They don't. They don't. That's just... The wireframe shows you literally everything. If I turn on freeze rendering, some of these will be rendered and some of them won't. So that one's getting rendered, but the one behind it is not. Can we go back up to top speed? I don't think this is top speed. Oh yeah, it sped up a little bit. Probably their bounds being too large. Yeah, I could probably reduce their bounds to be even smaller, to be honest. Alright. We're definitely gonna have to reduce how much the coal adds to the fuel. I might have juiced up that number a bit too much. I juiced it up a little too much. Oh, right. The bug where the tunnel doesn't despawn when we get to the station. Oh, shit. How am I supposed to sell things now? Yeah, I'll have to fix that. It looks cool, but, you know, it's not right. It ain't right. It ain't right. This shit ain't right. I should probably fix that right now. I might as well. I should probably fix it. It's probably a good idea to fix it anyways. Access done trying to read property skylight reference an instance moving object? Oh, right. Probably because we're entering and exiting it. Does that happen when you go into a tunnel while reaching the station? Yes. So now that we technically can reach a station at different periods of time, before it was all like always at the exact same timing, but now that we've actually like put it into the system where the speed changes and has an actual variability, now it's possible where we end up at a station right after a tunnel. So we just need to reset the tunnel, which I believe we can do from the game state. I think when we reach a station. Call game state initialized. Yeah, I guess I could do a dispatcher called. We could do a dispatcher call to reset the location back to its beginning spot. Either way, we should probably just be unloading the instance object anyways. Like that should be a part of a different level, I think. Something we'll call it like game level or something. So that should be unloading. Yeah. I can see that being put into like its own thing. Do you think making outdoor scenes are harder than indoors or vice versa? I think both have their own challenges, depending on the game. Indoor can get really annoying if the indoor and outdoor are kind of in the same place and entering is seamless, because then you have to be very careful of the space that you have. But then outdoor could be very challenging. So, yeah. Nature stuff is very chill to make. Again, it really depends on the complexity of the game's art style and various things. It's going to be interesting to texture the station. I have no idea how we're going to do that. Let's just do this. We'll do an event dispatcher. Entered station. And then this would be an easy fix. And I'm pretty sure we can go to the game state immediately, because I think the game state is loaded. If not, we'll just do some really hacky shit. Tell me why I wasted 3 days making a simple inventory instead of just using one of the 10 plugins I've gotten over for free over the years. I don't know, probably because they're ass. Probably because they're ass. Yes. Okay, I know. Whatever. We'll fix that at a future date. I need to start using private functions a lot more often. I really should. I really should. So, I don't know how we're going to test this. I'm just going to assume it works. I'm just going to assume it works. Of course, the audio gameplay volume, hopefully that should work when we set the location. I think it should be fine. So I don't really know how we can test this other than just let it happen. Bomb. Yep, guessed as much. Goodbye. Oh look, we got a little tiny small coal. Look at that. A little tiny small coal. There we go. How's the slop? Sloppy, I presume. Very sloppy. I do have to make it so if you are equipping an item, it just shows just a default static mesh. Because right now, we need to like feed it a blueprint. And that kind of sucks. I kind of want the train to slow down a little bit, so then when we get at a station, I can see what it looks like. Gotta find a way to fetch and load seeds for debugging, assuming the level order is randomized. It is randomized, yeah, which does get very annoying. It does get very annoying. You fix the tunnel spawning at the station. I got distracted. We're gonna see. It's gonna be kind of hard to test that. I'm gonna play 10 plus times to find and recreate the issue, right? God, it sucks so much. It's so ass. What's wrong in the engine? Of course. It's saying there is still a fault. But I don't see one. Oh. We need to balance the timings of these, because, like... the maintenance tasks happen way too often. Yep. Does streaming make you work slower? A little bit, but not really. I just work slow by nature. Let's see if we can somehow time this. You take a day off streaming and basically completed the game? No, we still got a lot to do in this game. There's not a lot of video game just yet. We're missing a lot of video game. Looking at red lights near the task. I am probably going to do that anyways. Like, these doors are going to be closed when something's not there. And the doors will open when something occurs. Like, we definitely do need indicators. Like, we have some indicators with, like, the pipe valve here. Like, psh, you know, stuff comes out. The lights are off. But we're definitely going to need to... not necessarily handhold, but... hurry, we need to go at max speed. To finish the route. We're in a tunnel. No, I don't think we're going to be able to reproduce a chat. Actually, we will. Actually, we might be on the... hold on. Hold. Nope. Shit. Oh, yeah. Although it happens instantaneously. It happens instantaneously, but it did move the tunnel back to its beginning position, which is not this one. It is actually like somewhere over here. Okay, good. We reset it. That's all good. That's fixed, kinda. We have not worked on the station in a while. Do I async / preload these levels? I'm pretty sure this happens asynchronously. Yes. I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. I have to look. Maybe not. I don't know. There wasn't a massive hitch. To be fair, I guess my specs are pretty good, so... Alright, hold on. Duncan 1. Let's see. Duncan 1. Dude, we haven't had a Duncan 1 in weeks. It's been weeks! It's been weeks! Alright. Here we go. Duncan 1. Or Duncan 3. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore. Whatever. Haven't seen the merchant guy? This is selling guy. This is guy, he's got a... His nose is stuffy. We got buying guy, selling guy. Yeah. I meant cigar guy. Yeah, cigar guy is cool too. Cigar guy's kind of cool. He chill with it. Although, if you try to sneak in, I might make him shoot you with a shotgun. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I want to make it like a secret mechanic where you can gift him items, and then if you gift him specific items, things happen, and then he gives you back an item, like a key to unlock another area in the station. I think that'd be cool. Don't tell anybody I told you that. It's a secret between you and me, okay? Cigar guy wants another cigar. And maybe he accepts vinyls for his record player. Oh shit, here's a little spiky guy. The only kind of overscoping I agree with? Dude. Hell yeah. Make the ring bigger? No, that's cheating. That's cheating. A quality of life thing, I think, would be if you're holding left click and then you're trying to grab an item, it should automatically grab the item, especially with the basketball. I'm gonna get this, I swear. I'm gonna get this, I swear. I'm gonna get this, I swear. See? See? Hole in one. All in one. Dunk in one. Let's get out of here. Why do you have so many debug prints for the hoop and the backboard? I think it's just when it receives a impact event. It was when I was making it and I forgot to turn it off. Just like how I forgot to turn off many prints in this game. Okay. Cool. We have Decoal. Decoal is in the game. We do need to still work on the super coal. So let me add this. Special coal needs a parameter to speed up the train temporarily. Maybe a system can be reused across all items. Crim's special coal. Bro, when a potato goes bad. Oh god. Have I done much UE multiplayer work? This is my first game that I'm, well, not first game, because when I first started game development, I tried to make multiplayer games, but I would say my first actual attempt of making a multiplayer game. My last game was single player. I released. I really should check on the potatoes in my pantry. Those fuckers have grown their own cabin inside of your pantry. The roof, door, everything. They've got a fucking table and everything. They warped. Yeah. I haven't gone down that Epic EOS advanced sessions, yada yada. I have the Steam Core plugin that's been helpful for doing a lot of session stuff, but I've not messed with EOS. And honestly, I know I can get a lowered. I know I can lower our percent revenue owing by releasing on Epic as well, but holy fuck, I really don't want to deal with crossplay between EOS and Steam. I don't know what the whole deal would that be. When can we hop on for playtests? Not yet. It's not ready yet. There's nothing here yet, really. They're like, why are you launching Space Wars every 10 seconds? Ah, yes, the infamous Space Wars. The infamous Space Wars. What was the Steam ID for that? 420 or something? 445? 450? I remember it was 400 something. I think it's 400. 480. Damn, you got that shit off the top of your head, huh? If I add the cart in here, should I make it so it can roll around? Nah, we're not gonna do that. What point would that be? Did I create all the 3D assets or am I using a pack? In this room, I modeled everything except for these lamps. These are the default lamps. These are the blocking starter pack lamps, but I modified the UVs a little bit. Haven't used it in years. Yeah, I just open up a new Steam app ID whenever I work on a game now, so I've never really felt the need to use Space Wars. So, like the instant I started this project and I was like, this is the next game, I was like, okay, just open up a Steam app ID. I have looked at Snowpiercer. Yeah, Snowpiercer is definitely an inspiration because I love some of the wacky fucking rooms they got going on. Yeah, definitely very, very cool. Can't wait for the dining car. I don't know how I'm going to make the dining car because yeah, it's going to be very interesting doing that. They have a library car as well, and it's pretty much like this. I remember them having a library car. I just don't remember what it looked like. Yeah, I'm really happy with this library car. It looks cool. I think there's some things I would definitely adjust. Like more items and objects. And then of course we need some like metallic variants. So the cart should help. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Oh, they got lights and shit. The fuck? What the fuck? And a second floor. They got a globe. They got a globe in this fucker. Holy shit, how many screenshots are there? Very neat. I like my dude. I think it was Scotty that recommended it to do the green banker lamps. They look so good in here. The green banker lamps, they got vibes. They complete. They make the room look awesome. I'm very happy with the green lamps. Yeah, look at these fuckers, man. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. I'll send my invoice. Just recreate all the cars from Snowpiercer so you get headlines like, creator of John Wick-like game creates Snowpiercer-like next. Oh, come on, man. What do you think, this is a joke? I really want to put a lot of secrets in this game. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for that. It's a friendslop game. You're fucking with your friends, and then all of a sudden, guys, I found a really secret button. Guys, what? These books could be flipped open. Guys, there's a weird door that opened. You know what I mean? It becomes blueprints all of a sudden. And then the fucking train breaks down and the monster eats you. Yeah, hell yeah. What's your opinion on the UE5 ruined games drama? It's stupid, but you know, such is the world. Pulling a book that opens a floor hatch would be so sick. Dude, I want to make like little things where you like do something and you don't even know what it did until you find out later on. I found a hidden back rooms. What's your opinion on the Crimson Ruin game drama? What the hell? You guys making this shit up now? Coal? Large coal? There's also that whole AGX tone mapper convo going on as well due to that UE5 look. Just add a posterization. You'll be fine. If you add a posterization, it won't even look like Unreal anymore. What's your opinion on the suiting for hire ruined jobs drama? What the hell? Here's my opinion. That's my opinion. There's a vent in the game that breaks and it doesn't have the right properties, and so it spawns the steam here because it's not configured properly. I think I know which car that's happening in, but I'm not 100% certain. I think oh, the train's not moving. Well, would you look at that? That's this one. Wait, no, is it this one? Yes, it is this one. I gotta fix that thing. I don't think changing the tone marker is gonna do much. Realistically, I think when people say UE look, like gamers that don't know anything about visuals or graphics, I think there's a few things that they're probably referencing. One is motion blur and temporal blurring and all this stuff that I'm not a huge fan of. The motion blur in UE does not look good. Like, it really does not look good, especially if you overuse it. Lumen artifacting, not great either. I think the other things is the way metallic values look by default and roughness values. Like, they have a specific sheen to them that... It's just the way that the PBR looks in Unreal. Like, luckily with posterization, it breaks up that quite a bit, but there's still a little bit of that look just because of how it's treated. Honestly, if you just adjust some of your post-processing, even just a little bit, I feel like it'll look a little different. I just don't think it's necessarily just the tone mapper. I think it's other elements that might draw people to saying it's UE, but I don't know. I was able to do this, and people say it looks like Unity, which I don't know if I take as a compliment. I don't know if I take that as a compliment. Oh my god, this thing had 2 air horns? What's your opinion on the world location and camera location ruining, cranking it in the funny friendslop train game drama? World location, camera location ruined cranking it in the... Ruined cranking it? In the... Brother, can you shorten the title? Can we shorten the news article post? What the fuck is he even saying? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Yeah, harmless. Ball. Alternatively, what's my opinion on the current world situation? What does it matter? No, seriously, what does it matter? What What does a ball do? I don't know, it's a ball. Play ball. Play ball. Respect on the slight rotation on the carpet. No, we gotta add like, we gotta make an actual mesh for this because it's just a plane. But I'm thinking like we'd have like folds and stuff in here. Maybe some little cool little golden edge parts, little fluffy edge parts. Reference the whole flashlight. Oh, that's probably still here. I don't know how that bug appears. I think it's if you instantly whip out the flashlight. Dude, I don't know how that bug happened. This thing would be broken. But I think it's when you, without this being loaded in, for some reason the constraint breaks. How do I turn off temporal blurring? I don't know. I just turn it all that stuff off for the most part, wherever I can. The only part where I see it actually affecting the game is the ambient occlusion, which I think I can adjust with one of these settings. I think it was temporal something. AO temporal something. Ambient occlusion temporal something. I think it was... No, I don't remember what it was. Anyways, search all the console commands. I have a question. I'm not sure if I hate programming or school. Everyone I know that works programming says they hate it. Is the hate normal? I should just get used to it. The people that probably hate it might actually hate it, but there's probably a percentage where they say they just hate the job they work in. Which is probably most situations. Opinion on 2-Star, the guy who made Choo Choo Charles. I don't know, I don't really care. I do find it funny that he had a lot of videos talking about... the thing is, I just don't really like the YouTube space in the game development circle, because you start having people that start... I don't know. Start preaching things about how to get viral and stuff like that, and then when push comes to shove... Uh-oh. Didn't work out. It's almost like there's no secret to it at all. It's almost like there isn't really a secret to it. It's just make a good game. I don't know. I don't want to add more flame to it because I'm pretty sure that developer mentioned that they're getting burnt out. I don't want to be a contributor to that. I'm sure they already got enough shit over their game. Like, how is it doing? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna... You know what? Moving on. What if you could use a special device to merge items? So you could get a glow extinguisher or a rat horn. I do want to do a thing where you can drag an object into an object. Like, for example, the record player. You can find certain vinyls. It'd be sick if you could like drag an object onto it and it combines for a period of time. And that could like activate objects and stuff like that. I think that would be super, super cool. I think that'd be cool. I feel like little things like that could be really cool. Now, does that add at all to the friendslop? I don't know. I just work here. What's next? Good question. Crashing the engine. What's next? I don't know. Probably should work on the monsters. Don't get me wrong. Probably should. Yeah, would probably be a good idea. Am I going to take advantage of that $7.99 price tag? I'm probably going to put it around $7.99 to $9.99. So $7 to $10. Definitely. This is definitely the game to be better than Peak and Repo. No, I don't think so. I think this is just going to be a game that lives vicariously alongside those games, hopefully. Those games are just so... Repo, especially, like, looking at the dev team and the devlogs they make and all this stuff, they're so... Dude, they're so creative, dude. Like, I don't know. It's so crazy the things they come up with. I think we're coming up with some pretty cool stuff here. We have a monster that I'd like to put in where if you get caught, it crawls into your mouth, and now you have a proximity bomb, and if you get nearby any other players, then you explode. You know, like, things like that is pretty... You know, that's pretty... I would say that's pretty creative in its own way. Yeah. But, like, dude, they're really creative. Funny, goofy characters? Yeah. Well... This is our, like, temp character right now, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be within this kind of realm. We just need to make his eyes move around and stuff like that. When he talks, his head kind of tilts a little bit. I think that'd be fun, and then his mouth opens and stuff. He's very much a capsule with cartoon legs and arms. Honestly. There should be a monster that steals your voice. I just have no idea how I go about doing that. It's too Repo-esque, man. Listen, I've fucked around with too much. I don't care. If anything, it looks more like Rick and Morty / Schedule 1. I'd argue. / hot dog. Monster that clones the voice output from someone's mic and plays it far away from the actual player talking. From what I've seen from a lot of the games where a monster copies a voice, it's like they take voice clippets and then like save them locally or something. And it does that, but yeah, I don't really know how to even get started with saving voice recordings. Like, I don't even know how to feed that into the current VoIP system that I have. It reminds me of the pills I have to take every day. Some pretty big pills. Unironically, I think something that will add a lot to this is adding different sound effects for objects as well when they hit the ground, like the gear, for example, giving a more metallic sound. I love what Repo did for dead players. Being able to communicate with your friends is great to still feel like you're participating. That's going to be, I think, a design challenge as well, is making death not the end of the round for the player, you know? And then somehow there was ideas where dead players end up at the next station, and then they can go to a computer and start spectating the players if they want to, or they can play around with any of the mini games at the station and then wait for the train to come in. There was other ideas where it's like dead players can start fucking with the alive players if they wanted to. Yeah, little things like that. But I think that would definitely be a good point of interest to look into from a game design standpoint, is how do we make it so dead players don't feel like they're just dead and like they can't play the game anymore. Am I having fun? I'm having a lot of fun with this project. I am having a lot of fun with this project. Any idea when I'm going to do a beta test? First test will probably have not that many monsters. I don't know when. I don't know when. When we ideally have a lot of these in here. So like cargo, I think is nearly done. I think we're going to get started on the next thing, which is probably going to be the office. Office could probably be a good next thing to work on. You end up flying off the train if you jump while outside. The idea would be you would die. If you were to jump off. Right now you just fall through the world. But in the future you'll probably just die. Especially if the sessions aren't time-based. I'll just trigger if you, as you want to support one or more dead players. The other thing is death is also can also be used as a funny moment for players too. Like in a lot of games where like, you know, the mic cuts out and stuff like that. There are funny instances for that. But yeah, definitely not making it too punishing and actually providing either a way for players to be revived or maybe giving them tools to have fun post-death. Because not every friend group is going to have, like, funny people in the group. You know what I mean? So it's not like... For some groups, spectating could actually be seen as, like, fun, right? Because you could spectate your friends goofing around and dying and... You know what I mean? But... we do also have to consider the flip side of that not being... possible either. Like actually jumping, not running off the train? Well, yeah, we can jump, but it's basically the same thing. We'd have to like fake the speed at which the train would be going and stuff. Died after I heard a gunshot and then they popped up haunting me saying, "Yo, bro, we died." It was funny. Yeah, I think I want to come up with ways to make the game just fun. Just keep that fun going. And then add different types of experiencing as well. How about a rat former? Hop through the 2D world collecting power-ups to take back to the game of the next platform? We had the idea of a land room, but I don't know if it'd be when you're dead. Welcome to Spies. Yeah, we were actually doing a little bit of Blender earlier, working on the coal and stuff. I might do a little bit more modeling. I'm kind of feeling the mood of modeling. And either way, we need more items. We need more items in the game anyways, so... we need to remove all the temp items and actually, like, replace them with proper items. We need to put the bandages in. I do need to do that. Dude, so many crashes today. How many crashes? This is like the 4th crash, I think, or 5th crash of the day. Very cool. I want to make one of the monsters. I think one of the easy monsters that we could do is a bomb that if you get close to it, it pops up, legs pop out of it, little eyeballs, and then it just starts running at you, and then the fuse goes off. I think that'd be an easy monster to do. It doesn't need to damage you, it just needs to run at you, and that could probably be like one of the easy ones to put in. So we could literally just reuse the bomb mesh that we have, the one that we made right here, give it 2 eyeballs. Would that look too close to a bomb in Mario? Uh-oh. What does the bomb even look like? It has legs, doesn't it? It does have legs. Oh, fuck. Might have to rethink this. It depends, Despise. If it's like a static object, I'll try to find a way of doing like a shader animation. But if I have to actually do like an animation with like skeletal mesh and stuff like that, it depends again. If it's very mechanical, I can sometimes do it in Unreal with like a timeline and whatnot. Otherwise, I'll either do animations in Blender or in another piece of software like Cascadeur. Cascadeur. I'm using State Tree. I've shifted my workflow over to State Tree. I'm very much preferring it, I gotta say. I am liking it a lot more. Did I see the new changes for with 5.7 for State Tree? I did not. What did they change? Yeah, I'm curious if I make a bomb monster. I guess we can give him the same eyeballs that the player has. that, that could look kind of that could look kind of funny. Give him angry eyes and just starts running at the player. Maybe maybe he makes screaming noises. Like that. Like he screams like that while he runs at you. And then the pitch of his voice goes up before he explodes. Oh my god. I feel like the train should have more cameras around, like the company's watching. We have a bunch of them on the station. Definitely would be a good idea to put them in the train for sure. Check out the last link I sent. We're at Ben. Made a knife. Very nice. One thing I would say is I think either one of two things. The texel density is off because there might be more texture resolution here versus here. Not a huge fan of the dirt on the edge, on the blade. I think it would be interesting if instead of a dirt like this, maybe you have like a more smudged kind of dirt. More smudged, almost like it was kind of like cleaned a little bit, maybe directional to make it seem like it was cleaned up a little bit. Not a huge fan of the dirt there, but not bad. Not bad, not bad. I remember I made a bayonet and I like was selling the bayonet a long time ago. I don't even remember where that fucking bayonet is anymore. Literally don't know where that is anymore. It's probably bayonet. Where is that bayonet? That was such a long time ago. I don't even know where it is anymore. Don't even know. Don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's on my art station. It's still there, just set to like invisible. Probably. I've made so much stupid shit over the years. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. My managed portfolio. Oh, there it is. Damascus bayonet. Hmm. Doesn't really look like the grip is ending there. That's the one on my Twitter? Err. Yeah, it looks okay. Not a fan. When was this? 8 years ago. What other shit do I got on my art station? Oh, have I shown you guys this? There was a competition. It was the Rubber Ducky Challenge. I made the Robert Ducky Jr. I won the competition in the US. I wonder how many people actually submitted things, but this was also 8 years ago. Robert Ducky Jr. I like the ass lighting. This is ass booster. This is the ass thruster. Yeah. Looks like furnace fuel to me. Yeah, this won me the Rubber Ducky Challenge. Won me in the US, which was kind of cool. I won a like Cintiq tablet. God, I got so much old shit in here. Back when I was playing a shit ton of Fortnite, I made like I didn't finish it. I was working on like a diorama, I guess. Yeah. I don't remember. When was that? I don't remember. Probably my favorite gun model I've made, which a bunch of YouTube channels stole and actually made it seem like it was a real Fortnite gun. Love that. Love that. And then I think they actually added a vector later on too. Engage ass buster. Hand painted? Partially hand painted. There was some hand painted parts for sure, because that kind of gives that Fortnite look, which I think they don't really do too much of that anymore. I don't know. I haven't looked at Fortnite in a really long time, but I feel like they don't really do that art style all that much anymore. I feel like they're a lot more PBR focus. Did I just name drop myself? Brother, my name's everywhere. I don't know why people feel like it's weird when I throw my full name out there. It's like, you could literally look anywhere and you'll find it. It's not a big deal. Grimzor, that's me. Yeah, I kind of want to do the little bomb enemy. If you get close to him, he activates and then starts running at you. Oh, dude, he's got to have like his scream has to have like little like something in his throat. Something, a little bit of some action going on. My only worry is, I do not want it to look too much like a bomb. Do we give him arms? Maybe we give him arms. Give him a clock? I don't want him to look too much like Nintendo. Give him 2 fuses that are placed like arms, but he's already got the fuse on his head. Dynamite instead. But then I'd have to make a whole different model for it. Well. Let's just see what happens if I give him eyeballs. If it looks different enough, then then Mario. Bomb Guy. His name is Bomb Guy. Put respect on his name. His name, Bomb Guy. Rolled aggressively towards the player. That would be funny if he just rolled at you. Shit. Because then we could do some like little physics fuckery with it. No, I kind of like the idea of legs popping out of him and then he just... Is that blue guy the player character? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. It is indeed. Well, let's see what happens. You know what? Take his mouth too. Give me his mouth. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Moment of truth. Well, you know, yeah, like, I guess. No eyebrows? But I was thinking of making him look angry. Ah, I feel like that. I feel like we need his eyebrows. No? Hold on. I should be fucking mirroring this. Get the hell out. No, where are you going? Come back. You gotta raise the lower eyelid? I was literally just thinking that. You're on my wavelength. Wait, now he looks... Uh-oh, that doesn't look right. Guys, I'm gonna be real. There's something about that don't look right. Now, we probably will make his eyes look at you. Let's make him angry. Hold on. What? Something about this don't... What? Wait. Thinking. And then because he's going to be screaming, what if? Dude, smooth does not do what I want it to do, ever. Or sphere. That's a mustache? Should we give him a mustache? Give him a top hat? I can't give him a hat though, because like the fuse. It's his hair. We need to give him legs. You there. Your legs are being confiscated. For science. Is this too much of a Nintendo infringement? Will Nintendo come after me for this? Probably. I can see them being assholes because of this, potentially. If you give him a cigar, then no. Are you really give him a cigar? Smoking a cigar? If you're screaming, then your eyes widen? Oh, that's true. Wait, actually, that would look better too. He just looks more psychotic. Not like that. His eyes are all kinds of fucked up. Anyways. Cartoon yelling mouth. Cartoon character yelling. What if we gave him teeth? What if we gave him teeth? God, you search up cartoon character yelling and there's a bunch of AI slop. It's fucking, this shit sucks. Shit fucking sucks. I literally can't find anything relevant anymore. It's all just garbage. If you had blood vessels to the eyes, it's homage to Schedule 1. I don't even know how I'd add blood vessels. I guess we could do it in the texture, but... What's the idea for the bomb character? He'll look like a just normal bomb, and then his eyes will pop out, and then he starts running at you. We could give him some arms, and he just starts, like, waving his arms around. Like, we could always do that. Now, of course, this color is going to be different. Wait, how is it even showing that material? Whatever, just leave it in. We could give him arms. Wacky inflatable tube man style arms? Yeah, exactly. Let's just see, let's see what it would look like if we gave him arms. What would happen if we gave him some arms? He has long arms and can trip you if you're in range. No, he's literally just gonna run at you. He's literally just gonna run at you. I don't think there'd be I seem to have forgotten to separate these legs from the main character. You know what? It's kind of funny. We're all about kind of funny here, aren't we? You gotta be careful because it's using the same materials. I think ideally, though, we would make this, we'll probably want to texture him. I need the shrink wrap to only do something if it's, oh, there we go, if it's clipping. That way we don't have any more clipping. And then, I guess, can I make a different shrink wrap? See, that does everything, though. If anything, I could just make it Let's see. I have an idea. Select that. And this can rotate a little bit. We'll try to clip it into the surface. And then that could be as close as possible to the actual surface. Have I ever played Serious Sam? I have not. No. I have not. Close enough. All right, so honestly, his hands are just really shit, and I hate these hands. I gotta give him like I gotta model actual hands. Maybe I just make him like stubs, little circular stubs for this guy. Oh, that looks too much like Mario now. Is it Mario that has the stubby arms like this? Yeah, I think that's literally Mario. Yeah, we can't do that. Guys, we can't do that. That's the big bomb bomb, right? Right? Doesn't the big bomb bomb have spheres for hands? Damn it. Damn it. The big one has gloved hands. Where am I picturing Bob Bomb with... Doesn't he have spheres for hands? No, I swear he has, he's got spheres for hands. Yeah, he does, in N64. That's where I remember it from. He's got spheres for fucking hands, dude. Now I'm wondering if I can do this. That's a million years ago, brother? Yeah, but it's still, like... You weren't even alive? Actually... I don't remember which year it was. And Super Mario 64, which year? Year check? It was probably literally when I was born, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it was like... Oh, never mind. It was 1 year before I was born. Okay, I was not born, but... Yeah. Give it tracks instead of legs/feet. I want him to run slower than the player. So... This is probably going to be the vibe. Maybe we give him slightly smaller legs. No, that's fine. Not playing the new Deadlock update? Not a real fan? Is there a new update? Oh shit, gameplay update. Can now jump during slide. Okay. Dash jump grants a very brief period with increased air control. Oh shit. Is this just like a balancing patch? No legs at all, drags itself with its hands. I don't want to do any like heavy animating if I can. If I can, I would prefer not doing some super heavy animating. New tier 1 spirit item, golden goose egg. Oh. I'll look at this later, but it does seem like a bit of a balancing patch. Did they balance Rem? Holy shit, there's so much stuff on Calico. Bullets no longer have gravity. Now fires an additional pellet right down the center. Thank goodness, man. Oh my goodness. What a stupid... The character had like a diamond or a triangle, and you didn't shoot a bullet in the middle for some stupid reason. The actual like middle court crosshair was not even... There was no bullet there. So if you had like a perfect shot on something, it just wouldn't hit. Sticky radius increased. Oh shit. And then, oh, in the middle, yes. Huh. Yes, oh my god, they did this. Leaping Splash can now dash vertically even while on the ground. Finally. Okay, good patch. Hmm. Nice. I don't know if there was some nerfs in here. It seems like there's a little bit of... Oh, no longer grants plus 18% damage amp for 6 seconds, but grants 350 healing instead. Urgh. Okay, that's a bit of a... Ouch. Youch. Okay, what about Rem? I just want to see if they've nerfed Rem's minions, because those are strong in early game. There is a lot of changes in here, though. What the hell? The whole game has changed. They changed... I am not reading all of this. That'll help with trooper base healing change from 10 per second to 8 per second. Okay. Oh, I see. They did nerf it a little bit. They did. Oh, damn. They removed the unstoppable. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that kind of... Like, there's still the damage resist, but... Yeah, a little bit of a nerf to Rem. A little bit of a nerf to Rem. Dude, there's a lot in here. They went crazy with the update here. Did they change anything else? Like, is there any like visual changes or anything? Sometimes they don't even point those things out in the patch notes. They just kind of do it. they just kind of do it. All right, this weird looking motherfucker. What are we doing with him? What are we doing with him material wise? Let me make sure everything has the right body material because I adjusted it. There's map changes? Oh, shit. Let me see. Two new jungle camps? Where is this? This is near Walker? Oh, there's a veil now underneath the shrines. Is that it? The new jungle camp's kind of crazy. Okay, let me see if I change everything. Body. We don't need white eyes on his arms. Goodbye. And then, wait, is there no materials on the bomb? Like the actual bomb? Yeah, there's none. Even the fuse. Okay, well, weird. We're probably gonna want to give this guy a different material, anyways. Such, yeah, we're gonna want to give him like a different material. I think it'd be maybe kind of cool if he has multiple fuses, like hair. So it looks a bit like hair. What do you guys think? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about the hair, guys. I don't know about the hair. To be honest, I don't know how I feel about the hair. It's looks a bit weird. Oh well, whatever. Dude, I hate this. Okay, you know what? Actually, you know what? Fuck it, we ballin'. All right. Well, here's our guy. Dude, there's certain objects that have like really, really weird. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have to animate him, but for now, in the version that we have in the game, let's just give him the materials. And then, and then we'll work with it. Is that an onion? No, it's a bomb. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. This is not an onion. He is not your friend. I don't know why. He looks like one of the kindergarteners in in recess. I don't know why. I'm just picturing the kindergarteners in recess, and something about that is really fucked up. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well. Wraith has a new card system now? Oh, dude, I gotta check it out. How long have we streamed for? Almost 4 hours? This is Bomb Guy. How do you even remember that? I don't know, my brain just kind of thinks of random things. How do you remember anything? By using your brain. All right, that looks good for now. And then we'll like actually animate him and shit in the future date. For now, though, you're the guy. You're the guy. Our first actual monster might be getting in the game with like functionality and shit. Recess didn't really stick. I think it's because I like watched an episode of it like recently, or watched a little bit of it. Bomb Guy. Tis Bomb Guy. S_bomb guy. He's gonna need an actual skeletal mesh in the future, but for now this is my guy. Why is there like a bunch of these? What did we use for the actual bomb? Because that'll just help me. What material did we use? Basic black. Let's see what you look like. You are a tiny little guy. Maybe we make him red. He's red now. Okay, I feel like that's better. He's an angry tomato. Does this count as one of the monsters? Technically, we probably will, yes. I don't know if it'll count towards the 3 monsters that I ideally want to have in the game for the first playtest, but... ideally, it'd be cool. Would you be able to pick them up? I would like to make it so you can pick them up. Put him into a toilet? I don't know about putting him in a toilet, but, you know, we could always consider it. Okay, let's see here. NPC AI underscore bomb guy. Bomb guy. I cannot remove this plane. It's time to go, plane. You were funny for a time. For a time. So he's not going to roam around. So we'll have to modify his state tree. And I don't know how we can... I guess we just duplicate his state tree and just... We'll just duplicate the state tree and make a unique one. I feel like he's too small. You guys think he should be larger? I think it's a fitting size. Yeah, might just work. Might just work. Let's see. Let's just make him faster. What does he do? He's gonna... His arms, eyes, and everything will be hidden. And then when you get close to him... He's gonna like pop up and start running at you and screaming and then exploding. Yeah. Well, not really a mimic. Not really a mimic, but kind of. He's going fast. He ain't fucking around. Okay, so let's make him just sit there. Was he mimicking a tomato? He's not really a mimic. He's more like if you are sprinting around and then this fucker comes at you. He's more like just kind of hidden. He's more like a... He's like a dangerous moving landmine rather than a mimic. Because we actually have mimics. Like the briefcase mimics, which I have to model and make as well. Does he detonate after X time? Yes. The instant you wake him up, I think it'll be like a 4 or 5 second timer or something like that, and then he explodes. What I want to do is I want to make him fast enough where if you're sprint, you used up all your stamina. That's basically the danger, is if you use up all the stamina. Just casually opens the door. Terrifying motherfucker, I'm telling you. Where did he learn to moonwalk? Yeah, his rotation speed is a bit slow. I don't know where... I think it was that, the rotation rate. Is he going to sit in one place, or is he going to spawn random places like laying in some box with other items? I'm not sure how we're going to do the monster spawning. He could spawn in places where items would be. He would be stationary, right? So he wouldn't move around or anything like that. The main cabin is not a safe zone. Nope. 'Tis not a safe zone. Well, not at the moment. I don't think it will be. I might add like a mechanic where you can lock down the engine car for a temporary amount of safety, but... If he's like low-key and not red until someone picks it up and then turns red. See, I don't want to do a pickup mechanic for this one because the mimic is already that. I want to make it so if you pick up the mimic, then he activates. Whereas this guy, I think it's like proximity based. At least that's the idea. Now, I do need to make it so you can like pick him up. Picking him up might be a bit of a challenge. I think we tried to fuck with that, and that was a bit of a challenge with an NPC. But let's see what we can do. First off, let's duplicate the state tree. The naming is horrendous. I should have really added a different prefix. Whatever. Bomb guy state tree. So we don't want him to roam. We only want him to be aggressive. Failed to find binding payload target actor for target task. What? Interesting comment, have a different level of security the player can upgrade, and the last upgrade would be the lockdown main guy, but if you do, any players outside won't be able to get in for X amount of time. Yeah, that would be the thing. Similar to the Lethal Company. Why is it that the target actor is not... Failed to reserve, oh, alert, delete. Okay, so he should stand still until he sees a player. So if I go behind him... Oh, wait. I forgot to assign his state tree. Oh, he uses a different controller, doesn't he? This one. Shit. Should I just duplicate this controller? No, I shouldn't duplicate it. I should create a child of it. And honestly, that's probably fine. Considering that he's a very simple monster. So let's just create a child of that. NPC AI bomb. Bomb guy controller. Fuck it. Fuck it, why not? And then we'll just copy paste this. We don't want him to de-aggro. He'll just run after the player and explode no matter what. He doesn't have any hearing. So don't care about that. He also technically doesn't have sight. He just has proximity. So this is actually probably going to be very different, but that's okay. Change his state tree, which is the big thing we need to change here. And then inside of Bomb Guy, let's go ahead and change his controller. Not sure if this is a good idea, but whatever. Oh, well, whatever. Detailed or low poly? I'm not sure what we're going to do for the... Yeah, I think they're going to be relatively simple, but I'm not sure yet. It would appear Bomb Guy cannot see anything. Bomb Guy is... not having a good time. Status failed. Is he a cherry bomb now? I don't know. He's a guy. He's a guy. He's a guy. Okay, what am I missing? One of the games come out to console, Super Hard Funny Train game. I'm still not 100% if I'm gonna do a console release for Super for Hire. I don't know yet. I might not. For this game, I don't know. I have no idea. I've only been thinking about PC. I haven't even tested this game out on controllers yet. I actually have not even gotten any of it working on controller yet. So it says the status failed. Let me debug this real quick. From what I can see, the state tree is not even starting. Why is it not starting? Is it because there's nothing in here, so it immediately just breaks? Because there's nothing inside of here? Is that what's going on? Do we need like a... maybe we just need a random state for it to stay in. Otherwise, I don't know what is going on. Console is definitely an untapped market for friendslop. The problem then becomes... how do we do crossplay? That becomes a bit of a problem. Oh, there we go. It's because he didn't have a passive state at all. I think he needs to run faster, but we'll see. We'll see. When he gets animations and stuff like that, then we can figure it out. The controller will probably send information to the character, and then we can begin all of the other states, like him, the fuse going off and stuff like that. What's the best ways to learn Unreal? Apart from the Asseville town, you're learning it wrong video and manual you're making. Man, you just got to get in and just learn. Just throw yourself in and fuck up a bunch. Know what you want to learn too. Know what you want to make, and then kind of work towards that. That's it. There's no like shortcut. No shortcuts. Yeah, you gotta put in the time. Gotta put in the time. All right, we'll continue this guy tomorrow, or I might just quickly whip him up off stream. Literally, it's just copy the same code from the bomb that we made on stream, which I think we made on stream, and then port it over to this little guy, and then we're gonna have to do some animations. What I might do as a block out, stream tomorrow. What day is it today? Oh, it's Friday, isn't it? Oh, right. Maybe stream tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. Can I see the library real quick? Goodbye. He can open doors, this motherfucker. He caught me and then he didn't know what to do anymore. I gotta fix that. Yeah, this is the library. What's 9 plus 10? 25. He does look pretty crazy. We should make him shake. He's like shaking uncontrollably. Anyways, yeah, library. Cargo hold has also been worked on. I don't think we had one spawn in. Nope. We had 2 libraries. The nuke car is next. I don't know if we'll do the fucking nuke car yet. Nuke car is a little ways away. Nuke car be a little ways away. Yeah, work, huh? Yeah, I'm really hungry and I got a phone call in 2 hours, so I don't know if you should open doors. I don't think you should be able to. I don't think bomb guys should be able to open doors. We gotta put that whole system in, making it so certain monsters can't open doors. Okay. I know there was a deadlock update. I might play that later. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna work on the bomb guy. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Time for suction. Is he broken? I think he's just straight up broken now. One thing I hate about Unreal is just how, like, physics objects can't, like, push things around. Kind of annoying. Alright. See you guys on Monday. I think I got some stuff I need to do tomorrow, so... yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna work on this little bomb stupid guy off stream. Maybe. Maybe I'll just take a break. I don't know. We'll see. Have a great weekend. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Maybe stream tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Peace out. Have a great weekend.